Evening friends. Today again I am back with an assignment on the assignment topic, and here I am going to solve the assignment problem within a different method. With this method you can solve in any kind of assignment problem as per given in a question. So let's try how to solve this. With this sort of method you can solve any kind of assignment topic. So let's solve one of the question following in a given method. Okay, now question is given using the following cost matrix. Okay, determine the optimum job assignment. Okay, first thing, and second we have to find the cost of the assignment. The given matrix is as it is. Okay, here it is your job. Okay, here it is your job and here it is your machine. Okay, first check that the given matrix is in square matrix or in other form. See, here having the number of the column is 5. Okay, 5, and number of the row is also 5. So it is a square matrix, and since the assignment problem is being only solved by which is having a square matrix, so it is a square matrix, so we can easily solve it. Okay, now go with the method as I am following. Okay, first step 1. Step 1 is a row minimization. Okay, in this step we are finding from each row the minimum value. Okay, and from that minimum value we are going to subtract the elements of that row with that minimum value. So let's do that. Okay, first make the format of the matrix. Okay, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Here it is A, B, C, D and E. Okay, now see in the first row. Okay, if you see in the first row you are having the minimum value as a 2. Okay, so now you have to subtract each element of that row with 2. Okay, now let's do that. So 10 minus 2 it is 8, 3 minus 2 1, 3 minus 2 again 1. Okay, 2 minus 2 it is 0, and 8 minus 2 it is 6. Okay, now go to the next row. Again in the next row, if you see, you are having minimum value again as a 2. Okay, now you have to subtract this minimum value within each element of that row. So 9 minus 2 it is 7, 7 minus 2 5, 8 minus 2 6, 2 minus 2 0, and 7 minus 2 is 5. Okay, again go for the next row. Next row again you are having a minimum value 2. Okay, again you have to subtract that within each element of the row. So 7 minus 2 it is 5, 5 minus 2 3, 6 minus 2 4, 2 minus 2 0, 4 minus 2 it is 2. Again go to the next row. Yeah, again you are having, I think so, minimum value 2. Okay, you have to subtract again with each element of that row. So 3 minus 2 it is 1, 5 minus 2 it is 3, 8 minus 2 it is 6, 2 minus 2 0, and 4 minus 2 it is 2. Okay, now in the last row you are having minimum value as a 6. Okay, now you have to subtract this minimum value with each element of the row. So 9 minus 6 it is 3, 10 minus 6 4, 9 minus 6 3, 6 minus 6 itself is a 0. So 10 minus 6 is your 4. Okay, now I got the matrix after row minimization. Now I have to go for the column minimization. That is my step 2, column minimization. That is column minimization. Okay, column minimization. Again you make one of the format of matrix 5 into 5. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. It is A, B, C, D and E. Okay, in the column minimization what you have to do, you have to select from each column the minimum value, and from that minimum value you have to subtract that column elements. Okay, so in the first column you are having minimum value 1, so I have to subtract this minimum value from each element of that column. So let's do that. So 8 minus 1 is 7, 7 minus 1 6, 5 minus 1 4, 1 minus 1 is 0, 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, again in the next row, next column, sorry, I'm having minimum value as a 1. So 1 minus 1 0, 5 minus 1 4, 3 minus 1 2, 3 minus 1 again 2, okay, and 4 minus 1 is 3. Okay, now in the third column again we are having minimum value 1. Okay, now I have to subtract this minimum value with each element of that column. So 1 minus 1 is itself 0, 6 minus 1 5, 4 minus 1 3, 6 minus 1 5, 3 minus 1 again 2. Okay, since it is all, now in the next column we are having each element 0, so subtracting makes no change. Okay, so 0 0 0 0 and 0. Okay, in the last column we are having minimum value as a 2. Now subtracting this minimum value with each element of that column. So 6 minus 2 it is 4, 5 minus 2 3, 2 minus 2 itself 0, 2 minus 2 itself 0, 4 minus 2 it is 2. Okay, now after column minimization we got in a matrix as it is. Okay, now moving to the next step, that is step 3. In the step 3, writing in a matrix as it is. Okay, so after column minimization we got in a matrix as this one. Okay, now in the next step we have to write this matrix as it is. Okay, so I got in a matrix here, it is my step 3. I got in a matrix. Now this is the main step here. Okay, you have to perform here. I will say how to do that. Okay, now listen here carefully. Okay, don't do here mistake, otherwise your whole of the problem will go wrong. Okay, you have to go from now, as I'm going to say, you have to focus on that. Okay, so you have to go from the top to bottom and left to right. Okay, here you have to focus only on the 0. My aim is to remove all the 0. Okay, so moving to the top to bottom, this is my first row, and from the left to right side, this is my top to bottom, it is first row. Okay, and left to right, while moving from the left to right, my first 0 is this one. Okay, you don't have to circle it here. Okay, that's for making you understand I am doing a circle. Okay, this is first 0 here. Okay, now you have to see this 0, that is this 0 is unique in its row or in its column. Okay, this is your first 0. Is it unique in its row or unique it is in column? Means that it is a single 0 present in that row or in that column. If you will see in this column, in this row, since there are number of 0 is present, 1 2 including this. Okay, so now if you will see it in a column, you are having only single 0, this one, and this is your unique 0. Since it is unique in its column, so you have to square it and cancel that other 0 which is present in its row or in column. So if you'll see here, the remaining 0 is this one, so you have to cancel it. Okay, now first row is over. Now moving to the next row. In the next row, okay, since we are going to move from the top to bottom and left to right. Okay, now in the top to bottom, this is my second row, and moving to the left to right. Left to right, if I will move, I will get this 0. Okay, now I have to see this 0, that it is unique in its row or unique in its column. Okay, if it is unique in its either row or in column, I have to square it and I have to cancel other remaining 0 in that row or in column. So if you will see here, you are having here single 0 here, unique 0. So you have to square it, and since it is unique here in its row, and you have to cancel other remaining 0 in the column. Okay, you have to cancel it. Okay, now further no 0 is present. Now I have to move to the next row. Now from top to bottom, it is my third row. Okay, now I have to, and moving to the left to right, which is my first 0, it is my cancel out, so no sense of talking on this. Okay, now moving to the next one. So this is my 1 0% here in the third row. Okay, now I have to see that is this 0 is unique in its row or in its column. Okay, if you'll see here that this 0 is unique in its row, it is unique in its row. Since no other 0 is present, leave this. Okay, see, this can just cancel out. Now you have to see here, it is unique in its row, so you have to square it and you have to cancel other remaining 0. If you'll see here, the remaining 0 is this one in its column, you have to cancel it. Okay, now moving to the next row. If you'll see next row and moving to the left to right, this is my first 0. Okay, and I have to see it that it is unique in its row or in its column. If you'll see, then it is unique in its row, also it is unique in its column. So I have to cover it and I have to cancel other remaining 0. It is present either in row or in column. Okay, so there is no 0 present here. Now moving to the next row. Okay, now in this row you are having none of the 0 is present. Okay, so I have to leave this remaining. Now you have to see that all the 0 is cancel out or not, or it is assigned or not. See, if you will see here, then none of the 0 is remaining, or these all zeros are just cancel out and these are the assigned value. So none of the 0 is remaining now. Okay, but now you have to see that is that our assignment is reached or not. If you'll see here, the number of the assigned value is what? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so number of assigned value is 4. Okay, it is your 4, but number of row or column is 5. Okay, since 4 equal to not 5, therefore our assigning is not successful. So I have to go for the again next step. Again I will write in a matrix what we got in step 3 as it is. So writing in step 4. Okay, write in a format 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, A B C D and E. Okay, writing in a matrix as it is 7 6 4 4 0 2 0 4 2 2 3. Okay, 0 5 3 5 2 0 0 0 0 0 4 3 0 0 2. Okay, whatever I have got the assigned value, I have to mark that and I have to cancel the remaining 0. So this is my mark assigned value, other is cancel out. Here again it is assigned, other is cancel out. Again here it is assigned value, it is cancel out. Here it is again assigned 0. Okay, now there is no any other 0% here. Okay, now this is also the one of the main step here. You don't have to do mistake in here. Okay, how I'm going to follow this procedure, you have to focus there. Okay, now again I'm writing in a step here. First what you have to do, mark the row. You have to mark the row which is unassigned. Yeah, first step what you have to follow in step 4, that you have to mark the row which is unassigned. Okay, which is unassigned. If you'll see what I said, mark the row, you have to mark the row which is unassigned. Okay, so if you'll see this matrix, the first row is assigned, second row is also assigned, third row is also assigned, fourth row is also assigned. Now remaining is the fifth row which is unassigned. So I have to mark this. So mark it outside. Okay, now second what you do, mark the column of ticked row. Mark the column of the ticked row containing containing 0. Okay, next what you do, you have to mark the column, okay, of ticked row. Now you have to see in a ticked row. Okay, this is my ticked row. Mark the column of the ticked row containing 0. This is my ticked row, and in this the 0% is here, so I have to mark this column. Okay, now third what you have to do, mark the assigned row. Mark the assigned row of ticked column. Okay, what you have to do, you have to mark the assigned row. Mark the assigned row. Okay, mark the assigned row of the ticked column. See, this is my ticked column. Okay, and if in this column the assigned row is present or not. See, assigned row means that this assigned is present or no on that column. See, if you will see here, then assigned value is present here in the second row, so you have to mark that row. Okay, now again you have to do, you have to again go to the step. Now again you have to go for the step 1. Again go to step 1. In this step 1, okay, now again you have to check. Again you have to check that that in the marked row is that another 0 is present or not. Since no other 0 is present including this, okay, so I have to skip now here. Okay, now I have to go for the step, another step. What I have to do now, which is unticked row. Okay, which is for unticked row, I have to cancel that. Which is having unticked row, okay, I have to cancel that row. Since this is unticked row, I have to cancel it. Now next row is ticked, I have to leave that. Again next row it is unticked, so I have to cancel it. Again the fourth row is also unticked, so I have to cancel it. Okay, now if you will see in a fifth row it is ticked, so I have to leave that. Okay, now come for the column. In the column, what you have to see, you have to see that which is ticked column, you have to cancel that. Since it is in a ticked column, I have to cancel that. Okay, now my step 4 is over. Now I have to go for the step 5. Okay, in step 5 what you have to do, in step 5 you have to do that you have to choose the minimum value from the remaining values. Since 6, 4, 5, these are the remaining values. Okay, this is your cancel values, this is your cancel values, and this intersection values, this is your intersection values. Okay, so first you have to choose the minimum value from the remaining one. So 6, 4, 5, 2, 3, 2, remaining is your minimum value is 2, so you have to circle that. Okay, now in the next step what you have to do, you have to form the matrix with the element, which element, since which is cancelled element, you have to leave that element as it is, and where there is an intersection you have to add this value. Okay, here it is intersection, I have to add this value. Here also I have to add, here also I have to add. Okay, but where there is a no cancellation part, since these are not cancellation, okay, here is also not cancellation, I have to minus this value with 2. Okay, so let's do that. So that is my step 5. Okay, first you form the format of the matrix. Two, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, see, it just cancel out this. If you'll see this element, this is just cancel out, so I have to write this element as it is, so it will be 7. Okay, again if you'll see, here it is also in the second column it is 0, which is just cancel out, so I have to write this as it is. Here also I have to write as it is, since just it get cancelled. So 0, 0, so 0 and 0. Now if you'll see in a fourth column, first element fourth column, first element here in the column, since it is an intersection part, okay, so I have to add this value, minimum value here. So 0 plus 2, it is 2. Okay, now again here it is a fourth one. Okay, here it is 4 value, it is just cancelled out, so I have to just write the element as it is. So as it is 4. Okay, now in the next row you are having 6, 4, 5 and 3 element, which is just as it is. So you have to subtract this value with 2. Okay, so 6 minus 2, it will be 4. Okay, again here 4 minus 2, it is 2. Okay, 5 minus 2, it is 3. And here if you will see, it is just cancelled element. Okay, you have to write this element as it is, so it is 0. Okay, now in the next you are having 3, which is unassigned. Okay, sorry, which is just as it is. So 3 minus 2, it is 1. Okay, now moving to the next row, you are having element which is just cancelled out. Okay, so 4, 2 and 3, which is just cancelled out, so I have to write this element as it is. So 4, 2 and 3, 4, 2 and 3. Okay, and here it is the intersection part, so I have to add this minimum value here, so it will become 2. 0 plus 2, it is 2. Okay, and here it is just cancelled, so I have to write the element as it is 0. Now if you'll see in the next row, again these elements are just cancelled out, so I have to write the element as it is 0, 2, 5. Okay, 0, 2, 5. Okay, and if you'll see here, it is just intersection part, so I have to add this value here. So 0 plus 2, it is 2. Okay, now here it is also just cancelled, so I have to write this element as it is 0. Okay, now moving to the next row, remaining last row. So here if you'll see, you are having values 2, 3 and 2, and also it is 2, which is just as it is, so I have to subtract this value within a 2. So 2 minus 2, it is 0. 2 minus 2, 0. 3 minus 2, 1. Okay, 2 minus 2, it is 0. Okay, and here it is as it is, so 0 as it is, and it is 2. So to subtract that, 2 minus 2, it is 0. So I got the matrix here. Okay, now what you do? Again you have to move to the step 3. Okay, again you have to go for the step 3 and you have to follow same procedure. Okay, what you have to do? You have to come from the top to bottom and left to right. Okay, always you have to give preference to the unique 0. Okay, now from top to bottom and left to right. Top to bottom, this is my first row, and left to right you have to focus only on the 0. Okay, so left right I will go, then I will get the 0 first here. Okay, first here. So now you have to see it, check it, that is it unique in its row or in its column. If you will see here, then it is unique. Okay, it is not unique in its row. Okay, since other 0 is also present. But if you will see that it is unique in its column, so I have to cover it. Okay, and I have to cancel other remaining 0 in its row. Okay, now none of the 0 is remaining in the row. I have to move to the next row. Now this is my next row, and I have to see that here it is, which is first 0, moving to the left to right. This is my first 0, and I have to check that is it unique in its row or in its column. If you will see, it is unique in its row. Okay, since none of the 0 is present except this. Okay, further one more 0 is present here in the column. Okay, so it is not unique in its column, but it is unique in its row. So you have to cover it, and you have to delete the other 0 present in the column. Okay, now again you have to follow the same procedure. Move to the next row. Okay, is it any first 0 is first, this is your first 0, okay, and also it is unique in its row, so you have to cover it and you have to cancel other the remaining 0. Okay, now moving to the next row, this is my first 0 while moving from the left to right, and I have to cover it and I have to delete the other remaining 0 which is present in a row or in column. Since in column it is not unique, but it is unique in a row, so I had covered it and I have to delete other 0 present in its column. Okay, now moving to the next row. Since it is a unique, okay, unique in its row, also it is in column, so I have to cover it. Okay, now I have to check that all the assigned values equal to column or not. So number of assigned values equal to 5. Okay, also number of rows or column equal to 5. So our assigning is successful. So go for the solution. Okay, you have to write here machine. Okay, Indian question what they had asked. Indian question they had given as a machine. So write the machine M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5. Okay, and we are having here in a column it is job, so write here job. Okay, now where then a 0 is present, that is your assigned one. Okay, now for M1, the assigned element is, you have to check from here. For M1 machine, for a machine, you are having the assigned element is 2. Okay, which is second column. Okay, second column, first row. So for M1 it is second one. Okay, second row one. Okay, now for M2 machine means that in a second row you are having assignment in fourth column, so you have write here fourth column. Okay, now in the third row M3, for M3 machine, third row you are having assignment in fifth column, so you have to write here fifth. Okay, now for the M4 machine you are having assignment in first column, you have to write here first. Okay, for M5 machine you are having assignment in third row column, so you have to write here third. Okay, now in they had said using following cost. Okay, so these elements are the cost value. Okay, so in third column you write here in solution part, you have to write in third column as a cost. Okay, now for M1 machine, second job, M1 first row, second column. Okay, so you have to go for the question as what is given in the question, you have to go there. Okay, for M1 machine, second row column, which is that element, this is your 3. Okay, what is it? First machine and in a second job, so this is your first machine and second job, the cost is 3, so you have to write here cost as a 3. Now second row and fourth column, so second row and fourth column you are having element as a 2, so you have to write here again in the solution, in the cost it is 2. So third row, third machine and fifth job, third machine, okay, and fifth job is your 4. Okay, so this is your fourth. Now fourth machine and first job, so it is your fourth machine and first job is 3. Okay, so write here 3. Okay, fifth machine, third job is your 3. Okay, fifth machine, third column, third job the value is the value is 9. You have to see from here, the value is 9. Okay, value is 9. So now add it. 339, 9 and 18, you got the value 326, 32549, 18 3 21. Okay, 32549, 3293, 12 9 21. So you got the total cost. Total cost is equal to your 21. Now see in the question what they had asked. In the question they have asked optimal job assignment. So optimal job assignment is this one. Okay, you got this solution here. Okay, you have right here machine. Okay, machine, job and cost. So this is your assigned optimal job solution. Okay, optimal job. And the second they had asked the cost of the assignment. So the total cost of the assignment is 21. So this is your complete explanation of the on the assignment topic as I have solved it. You follow this procedure, you can easily solve any sort of problem. Okay, but you have to see in some of the problem what they had asked. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. Okay, thank you very much.